Now mine isn't. I'm hitting it and it's not going live. Sorry. Well, anyway, we're just going to do it as is. Hi, everybody, and welcome. We are Silver Sisters Speak, and we are back. And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and everything. And again, we are Silver Sisters Speaks, and I'm Adelina Fly Granny BK, and I got my sisters with me, Tracy Byerly, Unapologetically Gray, Sheila Agnew McCoy, Sheila's Fit 50 Plus. I always get tongue-tied. So we are back. We've been away for a little bit, and we just thought that we'd get back on here before the year ends. We miss you, and we thank you for joining in. We've all been through stuff this year. But again, we didn't want to end the year without coming on and being here. And so the holiday is actually a perfect time to do this because a lot of people get a little down during the holidays. You know, the year has passed you by and here we are. So we wanted to address, something for the holiday today. And our topic is dating or not. Celebrating the holidays with joy and confidence. We've been doing our Love is Possible over 50, 60 and beyond. And we're in keeping with that theme. And many of you guys probably have seen the Later Daters show. So, but we've been out here. So, and that show is interesting.
It's very interesting.
Very interesting. And, it's fun. It's a reality show. In my opinion, you can tell it's staged, but what I really do like is that they are addressing our age demographic. We are out here and everybody's talking about it. So that's a good thing. Tracy, did you have anything to say about it?
It's interesting. The coach, I like the coach. It's a little bit different coaching than what I do, but I appreciate the tips that she gives.
Mm-hmm.
I do look at how each person presents, and I'm still learning the characters, if you will. But presentation is everything, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah. I mean, and realistically, not everybody can afford a dating coach. So, it doesn't really apply to everyone. And like you said, they do have some interesting things that they point out. All of the people in there just seem to live their fabulous lives. Everybody has a home. Everybody's professional. Everybody looks well put together. And, hopefully down the road, they have more interesting dates coming up. So I don't want to spoil it for everyone. But anyway, getting back to us and dating or not, celebrating the holidays with joy and confidence. Sheila is going to discuss our first topic, which is social media ruining, is social media ruining your holiday? Take it away, Sheila.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I am so happy to be here because you know what? 30 minutes ago, I was about to say, I can't do it.
I was going to let her go out like that.
I can't do it. But I want to just remind my cohorts to make sure your social media is on too, to make sure that people are seeing it, make sure it's on. But anyway, thank you for joining us. We've missed each other and we've missed you guys. And this is a perfect time. We talk about dating and social media. And the reason why we decided to do dating or not and connecting it with social media is because social media does have a huge impact these days on how we feel, how we look, and some of the things that we do. So we want to make dating or not dating during the holiday something that really brings you joy and brings you confidence. And I know that's hard to say because I know that a lot of people have gone through a lot of things this year: loss of loved ones, loss of employment, health challenges, relationship problems, and those kind of things. And that's hard to say you can have joy during this holiday season. But I want to remind you that we as Christians believe that is we celebrate the birth of Christ. So that's first and foremost to us. But because it's been so commercialized, the holiday season is from October to the end of the year. So that's a long time for us to have to deal with seeing everyone just having a great time and all those kind of things that can happen when you look at social media. And then we might be lonely. We might not have a lot of money to do things with. And we certainly don't have a date. Or if we have a date, there are other factors that still cause us to be lonely because we could be married or single. So this is for anyone. And you could be married or single and still have a sense of loneliness. And so we wanted to connect how social media can affect that and some of the things that you may be able to do to bypass some of the feelings you may have with being lonely or having loneliness or wishing you had this or that. So first of all, social media was created for entertainment initially. So all of these other things just kind of came up, having relationships and celebrityism and all of those different things came up as a result of social media, politics, the whole 9 yards. You could start a relationship with social media. You can end it on social media. You could lose friends on social media when you start talking about politics and all of that kind of thing. But really, some of the things that we see are reels. That's the big things. Social media wants you to do reels. But the reels are created to give you like a pretense feeling of perfection, because you see all these reels and people are looking glamorous and they're going all over the world, and then they got these designer outfits on. And I, for one, said, how do they afford all of that? When I look at the people, they're everyday people like me and you. So you have to be able to get past the real REEL and the real, and go to the real REAL. And it's hard to do that. I'll give you an example. It was a lady in the island of her kitchen around Valentine's Day. And she had the longest island I ever seen. I don't even know if it's her house, but it was all kind of packages and bags and boxes and gift wrap, but it's all from the same company. Or designer, I don't know which one it was. And she was boasting that this is what her boyfriend gave her. And I got caught up for a minute and I was like, well, Dag, who is he? He got him friends. I'm just kidding. I got a husband. I mean, I got caught up in how excited she was and all of that kind of thing. And then I came back to reality. I said, well, the first thing I want to see is who is the guy? What does he look like? What does he do? And all of that, because you're saying he gave you all this, but I looked at her feed and I didn't see anything that represents that she might have either been married or had a guy. So you don't have to do that, but at least must be something to say that you're in a relationship if you're going to come on. So that's a reel. That's giving you a subliminal look at things, and it's making you think that, okay, maybe I could do that. Now, I should have known better, because my past career, I used to make people feel happy on holidays like Valentine's Day, when people tried to make themselves look happy and order their own bouquets and gift baskets and stuff like that. So I should have known better. But the real is, sometimes those things do affect us, and they affect how we think, and they affect what we want to do in our lives. So we have to be able to, and it's normal. It's normal. Don't think that it's just you. It's normal to feel the way that you feel if you're lonely during the holidays. It's lonely to want somebody to go out with when you see people going out. It's lonely to go to the office party and you might be the only one without a spouse or a date or things of that sort. That can be lonely. So what do? I think that you make your own happy, that you allow yourself to be happy, make your own happy. There are things that you could create your happiness. Don't sit down and say, I'm not going to go because I don't have a date. I'm not going to go because I don't have the best dress. My dress doesn't look like some of the other dresses. So I'm really talking, in a sense, I'm talking material, but in the sense, I'm also talking about what we feel and what we feel about ourselves. So you got to be in a position to take social media for what it is. And if you're doing social media, look at your account. See how many hours you spend on social media. If you're spending more than 1 or 2 hours on social media every day, then social media is impacting your life in some kind of way. So you need to maybe take a break from it if you're feeling lonely or you're feeling like, you wish you had things that other people do, or you can create things for yourself. Take this time as an opportunity for you to better yourself, an opportunity for you to do things that make other people happy. I shared with my cohorts that one Christmas, I didn't have a lot of money, but I do love giving gifts. So I decided that I would give everybody a gag gift. But the requirement was each person had to open the gag gift one at a time. And so it was the most hilarious, most fun, because I got some crazy stuff, deer do from Alaska, all that kind of stuff. But so, just create a fun atmosphere. And then you could do something to help other people. Mm-hmm. I did my women's ministry at my church a couple of weeks ago. We did sandwiches, and we did sandwich bag with cookies and potato chips and sandwiches and water and all of that. We adopted a building, which used to be a hotel, but it's a building that's still a hotel. The people pay to be there, but they're basically homeless, without home, or, with low income. And we took them over and we said we were in the parking lot and we gave out all these bags and people were coming. And it was all the way from the men all the way up to children, all the way down to children, was so appreciative. And what we like that we did that, and we like that we made people happy. But what we were most proud of is how appreciative they were, even the little kids. So that kind of thing can make you happy. Even the guys, it was like some people said nobody ever gave them anything before. So think of things outside the realm of what you already do. And that will fill in some of the things that are empty, those empty spaces during the holiday season. And I know it's hard, particularly if you've lost someone. That's a very difficult thing. It's easier to say than to do. But realistically, you do have to eventually step outside the realm of what you normally do to create happiness in your life with or without someone. And that's my little spiel on social media. Adelina?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Sheila. That was so funny because I posted something today, a reel, and it's about me and my husband looking so great. But behind the scenes, we have all these aches and pains and how we really look and how we show up for social media. So your point is exactly right. It's not always what it seems. We do a lot of things just for the gram and it's not real life. And, God bless those who it is real life for. Right. But for most of us, this is what we do. Right. But for me, my little talk is about experiencing loss and how to cope. And when the holidays come around, the year comes up so quickly and all of a sudden you look back and it's like, oh my God, a whole nother year has gone by. And a lot of people get really depressed around the holidays for a number of reasons. This year has been particularly difficult for people financially. you know, a lot of people been struggling. I mean, go to the grocery store, you see how expensive everything is, and just, you know, the cost of living is, you know, kind of rough this year. And a lot of people have been down. You know, I notice a lot of stores, you know, their sales are not up. I know a couple that they run a gallery, and they said, you know, I said, oh, it looked busy. And they said, yeah, it's busy, but people aren't shopping, right? So people are kind of feeling the crunch, and you feel it so much more around the holidays. So financial loss, relationship loss. My niece, I hope she doesn't get upset that I'm talking about that. You know, we've been praying and praying and praying for her. She met a guy this year, and we were all just so hopeful, you know, that this was it, that she was, you know, possibly going to get married. But it turned out it didn't work out. And she made the decision, you know, this wasn't for her. But, you know, that's a loss. And then around the holidays, you just feel, like Sheila said, you feel lonely. So that's a loss. I lost 2 people that I know, you know, a close friend and a neighbor this year. And, you know, you think about these things, you just get very sad. And then even thinking about your family members, it's like, you know, years go by and it's like less and less. We're getting older. And, you know, you think about just people that you've lost along the way. You know, there's loss of health. You know, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying that these are things that people think about, especially towards the end of the year. You know, some of us have had health scares. Our sister Tracy, she had a health scare. So she lost time while she was healing, you know, so thank God she's better and she's here with us. But yeah, so there's all kinds of losses. And one more thing that people think about, especially as the year comes to a close, is, oh my God, it's the end of the year. I didn't do what I thought I would do this year. I didn't fulfill that goal or that dream, or, you know, the thing that I thought I would do. And oh my God, it's the end of the year. And people get down about that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, this is our time. And what we want to share with you, and from a spiritual point of view, is that God is always with us through all seasons and all reasons. And hopefully you have faith. And if you do, you can hang on to that, because it just gives you more peace, you know, then you're not thinking of materialism as much. Remind yourself, and this is what I do, I remind myself of prayers that God answered, even big, small ones. And so that encourages me that he is with us. He hears us. He answered prayers before, so he will answer them again. Call good friends that are far away or close by, or go to hang out. Don't isolate yourself. Don't sulk. Sheila mentioned something about, you know, getting together with people, and volunteer, get out of the house, watch a funny movie. If you're like me, you hate those Christmas sappy, stupid Christmas movies. I just don't like them. Some people love them, but, you know, hey, put on an episode of Martin, put on some kind of comedy, put on, you know, things that used to make you laugh. Just, you know, you'd be surprised how that laughter can bring joy back to you. You know, just things like that. Remember what brought you joy. Exercise, buy yourself a present, a spa treatment, you know, just take care of yourself, the you time, you know. And so these are just little things that you can do to encourage yourself. And then I have a couple of verses that I want to share. And this one is Deuteronomy 31:8. I got to put on my glasses. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. And then this is the one that I shared the other day. And Sheila was like, yes, share that one. 2 Peter 1:3. His divine power has given us everything we need for life and godliness through the knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and excellence. So that leads us to Tracy, because we are the gift. He is our gift and we are the gift. So go ahead, Tracy.
I just want to encourage everybody during this season, whether you're dating or not, how to celebrate with joy and confidence. You are the gift. I want you to think about something. When you're presented with a gift, do you get all excited about the wrapping paper and the packaging? No, you don't. You get excited about what's in the packaging and the wrapping paper. I want you to think about something. All of your outside features and how you're built is nothing more than the wrapping paper and the packaging. The true gift is your inner essence, who you are. And we all fall into the traps of feeling insecure and low, mostly because of how we present and perform. I want to challenge you. You are the present for the present. You as the gift are to be very careful where you present. Yes, I'm playing on words, but just go where you present, because some gifts are abused, some gifts aren't appreciated. You have to be the protector of the gift. You know that you're going to various parties and celebrations, and there are going to be critical people there. It might be you who is the critical person. And if it is you, I want you to take a moment, and if you heard someone verbally abusing your loved one, you're going to be ready to fight, tell them off, whatever. I challenge you this season to challenge the inner critic within you. And then we're going to take it a step further. Holidays are usually meant for memory making and joy and happiness. Mm-hmm. If you find that you're presenting the gift somewhere where it's not received for the holidays, scratch that. You have 300 and something days of the year where you can present yourself then. Find yourself moving where you are celebrated, not tolerated, not berated. And yeah, I want to challenge the people who are the ones that have something to say negative. Oh, what? You still ain't in a relationship? You still ain't married? You ain't got nobody? Oh, you should really do something about that gray hair. Oh, there's something about them wrinkles. I got a doctor for that. Stop. You are alienating your loved ones. Tomorrow is not promised to anyone. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Don't cause someone to feel like they can't show up because you have to be so critical. Your challenge for this is to talk love, show love, and nothing less. And back to you, gifts. Dig, seek hard. What is it that is so good about me? Not that I do, not that I have, but me. And when you lock into that, you is what you put on display, and not all of the wrapping paper and the gifts. No. You. Practice presenting you as the gift and see what you attract. Because it goes beyond the life that you want. Remember, you are attracting who you are. And who you are is either love, fear, or hate. So pay attention to what you think about. And if it's fear or hate, change it to love. And when you go out, present in love, present in joy, present in confidence. Not all of this, but you. And I want you to come back to the comments and tell us how that worked for you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I love that because, this reflective time of the year can give us, a chance to work on ourselves as a gift if we see ourselves as a gift.
Mhm.
And maybe this year wasn't great dating wise. Maybe it didn't happen, but maybe you can reset your mind. And as Tracy said, see yourself as a gift. And then also get ready to get back out there. Don't get so down just because of the holidays. And it's going to be over in a couple of weeks. So it's,
Yeah, it's one time, and what we need to be focused on is taking an opportunity to improve ourselves doing what we might see as a downtime or a negative time. Give yourself, normalize, you're normal. What you're going through is something that everyone either has gone through, will go through, or is going through right now. So it's not something that's out of the realm of ordinary. I mean, if you're in a deep state of depression, that's one thing. Then you should be seeking mental help. But if you are just feeling down about yourself, some of the things that happened or did not happen, make this an opportunity to improve yourself, whether that's journaling. You'd be amazed at some of the things you find out about yourself once you start writing, and it's mostly positive. Or whether that's just going outside and taking a walk. Yesterday, right now, I'm dealing with caregiving, and it was drizzling yesterday. But I said, forget that. I'm just going out to just get that air, and I wind up walking a little further than I thought I would in the drizzling rain. So sometimes you really have to think outside the box. And even when I go back to social media, it's fun. A lot of that is funny. I find myself just laughing, and some things I just have to turn it off. And you can say whether you're interested or not interested, because you only want to be involved and look at things that really have meaning for you in your life. Or like I said, it's funny. And Adelina said, laugh. That's the most. I'm not really a great fan of the holiday movies, but I watch them sometimes because I see love. It's not. It's more like the REEL love.
But they're fun.
You can fantasize, it's fun,
Yeah.
As long as you just come back down to the real REAL,
Right.
the real life. But so I think that those we all have some good points, and I certainly felt what everyone said, and I hope that our audience did as well.
I hope so too. Yeah. So anybody else have anything to wrap it up? Oh, I just want to say one thing about social media. I find when I don't scroll right before I go to bed, it's better. Put it down a couple of hours before, because sometimes I'll scroll at bedtime and then I get caught up and then I'm looking. No, it's really better to have a peaceful night.
Read a book, or
No.
something, and really read something like reading a book or the Bible or whatever you might read. It actually calms you and it relaxes you. And when you go to and I've been guilty of that, because sometimes I've gone to bed with social media and I dream about that stuff. And I wake up thinking about the last thing that I saw, and so it really does have a subliminal effect on you.
It does.
And which is what media is really. That's the idea of the media most time when you talk about advertising and things of that sort. So just be able to separate the two, and then you'll find yourself in it. But what you like, watch what you like. I actually had a lady who DM'd me last week and said that she knows that I'm a breast cancer survivor, which I am. And she said, but I seem to always be upbeat. And she said, my posts, and she's, going through treatments and stuff right now. She said, my posts are always upbeat. And I said, because I'm showing you the things I want you to see. I don't want you to see if I'm down and out and things of that sort. Why would, I don't want you to see that. I want you to, my purpose of being on social media is to be motivate and inspire people on their health and fitness. That's my primary purpose. Now I do my dancing and all that crazy stuff, but when you see me dancing, that's real. That's how I'm feeling. I don't care if I'm outside with a group of people, because it's the feeling is there, and it's, and it's for me, I'm just expressing my feeling. So so that's really how you should look at it. And I told her, I said, just do what makes you feel good. Sometimes don't necessarily post about breast cancer. Sometimes just post about something else, because you also want to feel good for yourself, even though you're educating people. And I think people do that the way they do that. I do exercises for breast cancer. I support a group, monthly donations for a group, Orley Smith Cancer Research Foundation. So I think that that's what I choose to do. And I had social media before I had breast cancer. So you just have to pick and choose what's right for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think the biggest message that I want to end with, and my sisters have hit on it, for a lot of us, and I'm going to say us, it has been a challenging year, but the greatest thing that we can do is cultivate love. Cultivate love and package that. If you can't find anything about yourself that is good, you have a lot of love. Mm-hmm. Package that. Mm-hmm. Present that. If you're in a relationship, present more of that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're not, package it, because your soul is going to attract what you are. Mm-hmm. So be love this season. You are the gift.
And there are a lot of people that love you.
Yes.
There are a lot of
we love you.
Yes, we do. And, we can bounce back. I mean, the fact that we are all here, we bounce back from many things. Mm-hmm. So if you had a rough year, look back, bounce back, and look forward, So, we pray that we've given you tools to take into the holiday and add a little joy. So anyway, thank you for joining us. If you have anything that you'd like for us to discuss, let us know in the comments. And also, we're going to get back to our dating, focusing on dating. One of these days, we're going to get the men back on. We talk about it. So maybe in the new year, early in the new year. But yes, folks, we would appreciate it if you would let us know, topics that you'd like for us to discuss. Mm-hmm. And you can reach all of us. All the information is on the screen. All of our socials are right there. And it'll also be wherever we post it, you'll see. So we have Tracy, Unapologetically Gray. You can see where she is. Sheila's Fit 50 Plus, and myself, Fly Granny BK. So thank you, folks, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and we wish you a happy and healthy holiday season. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.